Hello and welcome to the second review episode of The Eagle. On today's episode, we will be looking at the year 2024 in retrospect as regards the activities of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, with focus on stakeholders' collaborations. My name is Goldie Nongura. Thank you for joining us. As it is often said, no man is an island, which is a maxim underscoring the importance of collaboration and it being the basis of every human interaction. It's all about combining strength, sharing knowledge, and creating something greater than its parts. When organizations collaborate, they bring diverse perspectives to the table, which sparks creativity and drives innovation. It also enables them to tackle complex challenges such as the fight against corruption. Today, our focus is on the collaborative activities of the Commission in the year 2024. Let's join Mardia Umar as she takes us through the episode.
The year under review in terms of collaboration at the EFCC witnessed a lot of activities from within and outside the country, just to mention a few. Sister agencies like Department of State Services, DSS, Police, Army, Academia, traditional rulers, religious bodies, civil society organizations, student groups, among others. They all reiterated the commitment to strengthening the existing collaboration between the EFCC and them and to ensure the success of the fight against corruption. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, at different fora have called on Nigerians from all walks of life to place integrity, accountability and transparency as important values for reshaping and rebuilding the country's future. Stakeholders in the anti-corruption fight have also joined the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, in calling for increased youth's involvement in the fight against corruption. The calls were made recently at high-level seminar organized by the Interagency Task Team, IATT, in collaboration with the European Union, EU, Rule of Law and Anti-Corruption, ROLAC, United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, UNODC, MacArthur Foundation, and Center for Democracy and Development, CDD, to mark the 2024 International Anti-Corruption Day held on the 9th of December 2024. Also, on June 14, 2024, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, brokered a strategic alliance towards tackling the menace of internet crimes and other waves of emerging and old crimes that are of mutual interest to Nigeria and the United States. The development came when FBI's Director, Christopher Wray, led a team of Bureau's top officials on a visit to EFCC's Executive Chairman Ola Olukoyede at the Commission's headquarters in Abuja. And as remark of the meeting, Wray expressed delight at the mutual admiration and partnership that has existed over the years between the EFCC and FBI and called for its upscaling in the face of common crime threats that confront Nigeria, the U.S., and the global community.
My visit here, I think, is a reflection of how it's stronger than ever, and we're looking forward to trying to take that partnership to higher and higher levels as we combat threats that are threats both to the people of Nigeria as well as the people of the United States.
Responding, Olukoyede expressed appreciation to the FBI for being EFCC's personnel and institutional capacity building benefactor over the years and expressed optimism that the collaboration between the two agencies would be taken a notch higher. The EFCC boss said he values the partnership between the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI. He acknowledged that the Commission have benefited from various manpower and capacity development programs from FBI, which have added value to the capacity of the officers and the academy.
Value the partnership between the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission and also the FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation. Over the years, this partnership has existed, and of course for mutual benefit, and was also at cost to benefit from your manpower development and capacity development programs. Quite a number of my operatives are graduates of the academy.
In another development, the EFCC has recorded huge success through its collaboration with the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. This collaboration, which was necessitated by the need to tackle transnational crimes, led to the recovery and handing over of $180,300 United States dollars and 53 vehicles being asset recovered for Canadian victims of Nigerian fraudsters. At the handover ceremony of the recovered asset to the representatives of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, Olukoide, who was elated by the successes of EFCC's collaboration with the RCMP, noted that the effort that led to the recoveries and the handover ceremony spoke strongly to the fact that Nigerian government was intolerant of fraud and corruption. The EFCC boss noted that the fluid and intricate nature of transnational crimes and the challenges they pose have made synergy and collaboration among law enforcement agencies more compelling.
The Canadian Royal Mounted Police has been collaborating with us, and the demonstration of that collaboration has resulted to a lot of recoveries and the impact that joint operation has made. We are here today to witness the handing over of the assets recovered on behalf of the Canadian victims of cybercrime. And this has taken, the operations has taken a couple of years, and eventually it has resulted to substantial recovery. And so we deem it necessary for us to let our colleagues and our friends from the Canadian Royal Mounted Police know that as an agency, EFCC, and as a country, we are always ready to fight financial crimes.
The liaison officer and program manager RCMP, Nasser Saliu, in his remarks expressed appreciation and stated that the success of the EFCC's endeavor testified to the Commission's diligence and professionalism.
That show that you're one of the key partners in West Africa and combating crime. So thank you very much, and we value this partnership, and we would like to take it at the highest level possible.
First Secretary, Deputy High Commission of Canada, Robert Abumatry, who shared similar joy, revealed that the need to confront borderless crimes was the primary motivation of the Canadian government to establish the RCMP in Nigeria.
The RCMP has decided to actually open an office in Nigeria in 2021, September 2021. Because there's a recognition that while we are bound by jurisdictions, criminals are not. And in order for us to fight crime, we need to actually go beyond jurisdiction. And this is why we are here. And we have found that in Nigeria, one of our best partners has been, and hopefully will continue to be, the EFCC.
Still on collaborations, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has called on countries within the West African region to strengthen anti-corruption agencies in their territories and offer them ample opportunities to operate in order to tackle the scourge of corruption more effectively. This was disclosed at the opening ceremony of the 6th Annual General Assembly of the Network of Anti-Corruption Institutions in West Africa, NACIWA, which held in the year 2024. The president, who spoke through Vice President Kashim Shettima, specifically dwelled on the theme of the meeting, implementing the ECOWAS Protocol Against Corruption towards strengthening institutions for regional unity, and tasked NACIWA member states to look in the mirror and draw strength from the provisions of the various ECOWAS protocols in reinvigorating the fight against corruption in the region. He stressed that member states should improve on their commitment to the network and harmonize their legal frameworks to close loopholes exploited by corrupt individuals to carry out fraudulent acts.
Today, as we step into a new phase of the pipe, and as the Assembly's team implementing the ECOWAS Protocol Against Corruption towards strengthening institutions for regional unity. So yes, we are here to look in the mirror and draw strength from the provisions of the various ECOWAS protocols and reinvigorating the fight against corruption in the region.
In his remark, Executive Chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) and host of the meeting, Olaolu Koyede, applauded President Tinubu for demonstrating an uncommon passion for transparency in governance. This, he stated, has reinvigorated the nation's anti-corruption efforts, noting that the implementation of ECOWAS protocol against corruption was a moral imperative necessitating the dedication and innovative thinking of members.
Perhaps the most fundamental development post the 5th AGA Annual General Assembly is the fact that we now have a headquarters complex for Nasiwa in Abuja. The property, which was donated by the Nigerian government, represents a significant milestone in the history of our organization. This gesture not only provides us with a physical home, but it also symbolizes the solidification of our regional anti-corruption framework. I therefore, on behalf of the Executive Committee of Nasiwa, convey our gratitude to His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for the kind gesture. It is not a coincidence that this dream crystallized under his leadership as chair of ECOWAS. Mr. President has also demonstrated an uncommon passion for transparency in governance, and this commitment has reinvigorated our anti-corruption efforts.
The 6th Nasiwa General Assembly drew participants from Ghana, Senegal, Sierra Leone, the Gambia, and other West African nations. Still on collaborations, the year under review witnessed the continuous engagement between the EFCC and the National Judicial Institute (NJI) in capacity building program for justices and judges. The program, which had in attendance the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, called on Nigerians from all walks of life to come together and form formidable unifying forces against economic and financial crimes and other acts of corruption. The President, who spoke through Vice President Kashim Shettima, pointed out that corruption had become a cancer, denied the nation the full benefits of its God-given resources, and for its corrosive efforts to be destroyed, Nigerians must rise up combatively against it. He applauded the rising improvement in prosecution of corruption matters owing to positive development in the justice sector reforms, admitted that challenges impeding the speedy adjudication of corruption cases should be frontally tackled. Some of them, he noted, include frivolous applications and appeals, intimidation of judges by counsel, judgment not based on facts of cases but on technicalities. He commended the EFCC for its courageous and focused efforts in combating corrupt practices and pledged more support to the Commission.
It is on this note that I want to thank the leadership of the National Judicial Institute (NJI) and the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) for initiating this yearly seminar for prosecutors and judicial officers. There is no gainsaying the fact that the judiciary is central to the success of the anti-corruption efforts. The commitment, courage, and patriotism of judicial officers are ingredients that make the difference in the fight against corruption.
Executive Chairman of the EFCC, Olaolu Koyede, amplified all the challenges affecting speedy trial of corruption cases. According to him, the specter of frequent adjournment of high-profile corruption cases arising from frivolous applications, conflicting orders by court of coordinate jurisdiction in corruption cases, intemperate contempt orders hold at the Commission's leadership, unwarranted orders of injunction restraining the Commission from investigating cases are among a plethora of issues that bother the EFCC. Owing to some of these challenges, especially the incidence of suspects facing criminal investigation rushing to court to obtain orders of injunction restraining the EFCC from inviting, investigating, interrogating, and arresting them, Olukoyede stated that the Commission was unable to conduct investigation in at least 10 states of the Federation. In spite of all these, the EFCC's boss stressed that the Commission has been undeterred in its works, engaging stakeholders locally and globally to tackle the monster of corruption.
The collaboration between EFCC and the judiciary is not only significant but essential to the success of the nation's anti-corruption efforts. Without a committed, patriotic, diligent, and courageous judiciary, EFCC and other law enforcement, particularly anti-corruption agencies, would not make any headway in the fight against corruption. It therefore goes without saying that the judiciary shares in the success story of the EFCC exemplified in our modest record of convictions, asset recoveries, and forfeitures.
The workshop themed Integrating Stakeholders in Curbing Economic and Financial Crimes drew a mammoth crowd of stakeholders, policymakers, top government officials, civil society organizations, and anti-corruption bodies. Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Kudirat Kekereekun, stated that for every stakeholder in the anti-corruption corridor to be integrated, there would be a need for establishment of a coherent and unified structure for information sharing across institutions. She stated that no single entity can have a complete view of the financial system, making it imperative that information flows seamlessly among all stakeholders.
A key strategy moving forward is the establishment of a coherent and unified structure for information sharing across institutions. No single entity can have a complete view of the financial system, making it imperative that information flows seamlessly between all stakeholders. Collaborative frameworks such as joint task forces comprising representatives from key institutions are critical to these efforts.
Attorney General and Minister of Justice Lateef Fagbemi, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, in his remarks, stated that building strong legal frameworks, effective law enforcement, and international cooperation were imperative to combat financial crimes and unify stakeholders. He also called for renewal of commitment to higher values to move the nation forward.
This workshop is also in furtherance of the mission of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, to eradicate economic and financial crime through prevention, enforcement, and coordination, as well as implementation of Commission Strategic Plan 2021 to 2025. And the National Anti-Corruption Strategic Plan. As you are all aware, economic and financial crimes, often characterized by their sophistication and transnational nature, encompass a wide range of illegal activities, including but not limited to fraud, embezzlement, bribery, corruption, tax evasion, money laundering, insider trading, market manipulation, cybercrime, extortion, economic sabotage, smuggling, counterfeiting, terrorism, financing, among a growing list of others. It is common knowledge that these crimes pose significant threat to our nation's development and stability.
Other dignitaries that graced the opening session of the workshop include former Secretary General of Commonwealth, Chief Emeka Anyaoku, Senate President, Senator Godswill Akpabio, who was represented by the Deputy Senate President, Senator Barau Jibrin, Speaker, House of Representatives, Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, represented by Deputy Speaker, Honorable Benjamin Kalu, President of the Court of Appeal, Justices of the Supreme Court, Court of Appeal, High Court, among others. In another development bothered by the issues of illicit financial flows and assets, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC's chairman Olaolu Koide called for greater collaboration among law enforcement agencies across the world, not only to trace but also to recover and reintegrate illicit assets into the rightful financial systems. He made the call while leading discussions at Session 16 at the International Symposium on Economic Crime at the University of Cambridge, United Kingdom. Olukoide pointed out that navigating the challenges in recovering illicit assets and blocking illicit financial flows is indeed a multifaceted endeavor that demands collaboration and shared responsibility. He particularly threw a responsibility at destination countries where stolen funds and assets are being warehoused, stressing that no recovery of illicit assets can succeed without the readiness to expose and block all avenues for illicit flow of funds. The chairman, who spoke through the Special Assistant to the President on Prosecution of Economic Crimes, Rotimi Oyedepo, SAN, explained further that the legal and moral obligations are imperative to building a financial system that is resistant to the infiltration of illicit funds. He intimated the audience with what Nigeria has been doing in its asset recovery efforts, especially the integration of key principles of common African position on asset recovery into it. The executive chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC), Ola Olukoyede, on November 26, 2024, reaffirmed the Commission's commitment to the realization of the whistleblower protection law in the country. Olukoyede made the assertion through the Chief of Staff, Commander of the EFCC, Michael Nzekwe, during a regional conference on whistleblowing and whistleblower protection in West Africa held at the EFCC Academy, Cairo, Abuja. Themed Reducing Corruption in West Africa, the importance of whistleblowing and whistleblower protection legislation, while urging Nigerians to support the anti-corruption fight of the federal government by reporting acts of corruption to the EFCC and other law enforcement agencies, has stressed that the financial incentives shouldn't be the primary motivation for blowing the whistle, but that patriotism and the need to support EFCC's anti-corruption fight should be the driving force.
I think that there's a need and importance to also collaborate with the legislature on this. It's very important because it's not something that will just end up at this room. I will take this directly to my principal, who I know will give the desired push.
I actually came to pay the money for the recruitment consultancy you did for my company.
Beautiful.
I took 2 million.
Just hold on. I now collect dollars.
What?
Yes. I don't understand what's happening to Naira these days. So it's going to be 2 million times today's exchange rate.
Doctor, wait. Don't tell me you are one of those people who directly put pressure on the Naira and make it lose its value. You want to dollarize our economy and yet you pretend as if you don't know what is happening to the Naira. I've told you about how you abuse the Naira by spraying and stamping on it during your occasions. You deface and abuse the Naira as if it's not our national asset.
Chief, take it easy.
How? I will not take it easy. And neither will the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission Task Force on Currency Abuse and Forex Malpractice take it easy with you. They are coming for you. Desist from economic sabotage or you will face the wrath of the law.
That's it on today's episode of The Eagle. You would agree with me that it is important to embrace collaboration because when we work together, we can build a better future for ourselves and for our communities. Collaboration transforms the fight against corruption by sharing resources, expertise, and information. Agencies can dismantle even the most complex corruption network. When agencies unite, the impact multiplies. Please tune in again next week as we bring you interesting updates about the activities of the EFCC. Let's keep the conversation going. Visit our website on www.efcc.gov.ng. You can email us on info@efcc.gov.ng or call us on 080-933-22644. Also follow us on Facebook, X, and Instagram. If you notice or suspect any economic and financial crimes happening anywhere, anytime, simply use EFCC's mobile app, Eagle Eye, to report. Let me also invite you to our live discussion with EFCC on EFCC Connect, happening on our X and Facebook spaces every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Do you have burning questions to ask the EFCC? EFCC Connect is the right platform to do so. Also tune in to EFCC Radio 97.3 FM, the voices against economic and financial crimes. I am Golden Ongora. Enjoy the rest of your day and God bless Nigeria.